Well, look, I mean, I spoke to Iranian officials earlier on today, and they said they didn't put much stead in the public remarks of President Trump because they don't reliably reflect what actually happens. And they went on to say this reflects a trait of him, that he is eccentric and unpredictable, which of course we all know. But I mean, there's been a physical response as well to this speech. In the region, with alarms going off and missiles and drones being launched by Iran across the region, particularly at the United Arab Emirates within the past few minutes. We've had those reports coming in of attacks from Iran again against those surrounding Gulf Arab states that have been so terribly battered in the course of the past month or so since this Iran war began. These are energy-rich countries that depend almost entirely on energy exports for their survival, and they've seen those revenues because of the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz and because of the attacks on the energy infrastructure absolutely sort of devastated, dropping from billions of dollars a day in some cases to close to zero. And so we're looking at an existential economic crisis for this region. And there was very little in terms of reassurance in that speech by President Trump. He talked about potentially escalating the conflict, at least continuing it. Certainly there was no word on when this conflict would come to a conclusion. And in so much as he did address that, I think we're all left with the impression that at the end of this conflict we could see an Iran which is strengthened strategically, that will keep the Strait of Hormuz under its control and possibly even have the capability to have